to learn at this level than another, or is that maybe too black and white?
When I first came in, it was really tough. I was really contemplating, like, just talking to the front office, whatever, saying I want to do pitching or just do hitting and all that.
Yeah.
But started to get in a good routine to figure everything out. And I'm not gonna say it's easy, but it's getting a lot easier, and I'm starting to get the feel for everything. So, pumped about it.
When you mentioned it to the front office that you were thinking about giving up, one or the other, what was their reaction? Were they like, okay, good, now you can just focus on one? Or did they talk you into?
Well, I never mentioned it to them, but I was really thinking about it. The first month was really hard on really just my body. My mind was fine, but my body was just drained.
Yeah.
This is the most baseball I've ever played in a year since I can remember. So body was drained, but it prepared me for this upcoming season. Minor leagues is not brutal, but it's a long season of just playing straight baseball every day. So you got to prepare for it. And doing the two-way thing is gonna be tough, but I got most of the bad juju and stuff out of the way last year.
How did you allocate your time during that? How much time did you spend on one versus the other? What kind of workouts did you do? Did you drop anything or add anything?
Yeah, whenever I started throwing more bullpens and doing more pitching stuff, because when I first got to Pirate City, I was just a straight hitter.
Right.
And whenever we started adding more pitching stuff, I dropped a day of working out and pretty much added like a recovery day, stretching, ice bath, hot tubs, all that stuff, and that's about it.
Do you feel like it? Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh, you're good. I got on a routine that I felt really good about. So my body towards the end of the year felt better than it did at the beginning of the year. So.
This might be a bit dumb, but is there, Bubba Chandler, the hitter, trying to prepare for this different than Bubba Chandler, the pitcher, outside of, I guess, the basic of scouting reports, stuff like that, just like mentally?
Yeah, mentally as a pitcher, I'm just going to dominate everyone, but it's pro ball, so it's not going to happen. But definitely as a pitcher, I'm more relaxed with my craft, and as a hitter, I feel like I need to work on more stuff just because I haven't been hitting as long as I've been pitching. So I need to start doing more hitting stuff. This camp has just really got me over the top. Casey, been working with Casey Harms a lot, and my swing feels great. Looks the best it's ever been, so I'm pretty stoked about it.
Well, has an event like this or a camp like this been more enjoyable for you? Like, have you focused just on hitting? Have you focused just on pitching? And has that been, I guess pitching wouldn't be till December, but has that been enjoyable to just focus on one?
Yeah, we do a lot of hitting here, but really, this camp has just been a good team camaraderie thing. I met some guys that I'll be friends with forever down here, not even though we're in the organization, but some guys down here, they're going to make it to the show, and they're going to do really good in the show. And it's good to be around these guys each and every day and learn what they do when they hit, or prepare when they go to hit before a game and all that. So really glad I got invited down here.
You switch hitter too, right?
I am.
You gonna stick with that?
Oh yeah.
Is that is that just kind of like one more layer of things to worry about or work on in addition to everything else, or is it something that's always come kind of naturally?
I wouldn't say worry. I'm a natural righty, but really lefty just came pretty naturally with him. So
okay. I talked to Cam Murphy a couple of months ago, and just to get a sense of what he was looking at when he was scouting you. And he said one of the things that struck him the most, that he liked the best, was you're just an old school ball player. He says, it's not a prima donna act. That you're just kind of simple in your approach, straightforward in your workouts. Has that always been your MO, and is that something you think you'll be able to carry through into the pros, where there's so much, extra stuff, extra workout techniques, extra equipment, extra analysis?
Yeah. I'm just gonna pretty much keep it the same, unless if a person of higher authority tells me to do something. I'm gonna do it. But there's stuff that I like, and there's stuff that I don't like, and if something I don't like is going to get me better, yeah, I'm going to do it. But if something I do like isn't getting me better, then I'll throw it out the window. But
Yeah.
I know stuff that makes me better, and this is stuff I try to do. So.
It's your first fall without football. How's that going?
I'll say the first 3 weeks was pretty brutal.
Yeah.
But I mean, I've gotten over it, and I mean, watching my guys play at Clemson is so fun. And this past weekend against UConn, 3 of my best friends scored a touchdown as a true freshman. I'm like, man, like that could be me, but like it's fine. Like I'm living out my dream right now. But it's just cool to see stuff like that happen. And I mean, I was at Clemson for not even a month, like a little over 20 days, and I made some best friends up there, and guys that I love. But yeah, it's been a little tough. And playing Georgia the first game didn't help. Yeah.
Well, I wanted to ask you too. It was like a segue into this. They lost to Pitt. Were you?
No.
Any torn loyalties there? Or I guess it's probably tough to pick up the new college football team.
I mean, I'll always be a Clemson fan, but I mean, Kenny Pickett at Pitt is a really good quarterback. He's going to be a first-round quarterback. So I mean, I kind of expected it to be not as close as it was. I thought Pitt was going to beat us by like 25, 30, but.
Dabo didn't call you to beg you to change your mind, did he?
Nah, Dabo was on board. He requested season tickets whenever I make it. So
Wow.
yeah, that's about the only thing. And he said if I ever want to come to a game, he's got tickets for me.
Considering the way things have gone for Clemson and Penn State, do you and Lonnie sit there and go, yeah, we do?
I mean, Clemson's doing a little better than Penn State is, but so I nag on him a little bit. I mean, the thing is, Lonnie was supposed to go to Clemson to play baseball.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then right after he committed to Penn State, they gave him an offer in football. So I mean, he made the wrong decision going to Penn State. Let's just be honest. But I mean, 2 down years for 2 really good programs. They're gonna bounce back.
Speaking of Lonnie, I mean, back during the draft, we heard about the group chats that you guys had. How's that relationship with those, your fellow draft picks been?
Yeah, it's been good. Especially, I mean, all the high school kids are kind of united because, like, pretty much I went to college for a little bit, but everyone else, they didn't. So this is our first time really being on our own. And, I mean, we got a really good relationship. Shout out some of the pitchers like Anthony Solomo and Owen Connington. But we got a group chat that stays pretty fun.
This group that Charrington landed in the draft was I've heard people talk about it as if it was like a top college recruiting class. That same kind of. Does it have that same kind of feel for you guys?
Oh yeah. I was more amped about this draft class than I was the recruiting class at Clemson. But
Yeah.
I mean, we got Charrington put a lot of really good men together, and it's going to show in the years to come. But
You still thinking short, or are you exploring other positions? Or?
yeah, I mean that's all I'm doing right now is short. I mean, I can play anything if you want me to, but until they tell me otherwise, yeah, I'm just gonna stick it short. But.
Did you throw any live pitching? Or I think when we asked Ben if you didn't get in games, like were you throwing sides or it was more
just straight sides.
Okay. Any eagerness to throw one of those? I don't know when it would come. Maybe like in December. Or?
I think in January if we end up doing instructs.
Okay.
But yeah, no, I was I don't want to say mad, but arm was a little tired towards the end of the year. But I was just ready to face some pro hitters. But kind of pissed me off a little bit. So,
Besides the obvious Ohtani comparison there, is there anyone that you could think of where like, yeah, I could do that? The two-way type of deal.
I think one of the Angels. I think the Angels have a guy that kind of does two-way thing. Or another guy.
Oh,
Other show.
I was like,
I can't remember his name. But, yeah, I mean, I don't know. Just got there and play. It's fun to play. It's fun to not be on the bench.
Bubba, I'm unclear on one thing. You were in Clemson for 20 days? You like early enrollment or what? Okay.
over the summer. Yes, sir.
I might have missed that post-draft
it's all
thing.
right.
I'm sorry.
Yes, sir. It's fun times.
Have you started doing anything with your delivery? Any tweaks or anything, or are you still gonna kind of wait until you get in the competition mode for that to see how it plays?
Me and Hop changed a teeny bit over the summer, but nothing drastic. I think this pitcher's camp coming up, I think will be a game
Oh, so
changer.
you'll be back here in December for that?
I should. I think I should.
You gonna add the knuckle at that point?
Oh yeah. That's cool. Bringing it back out.
The ephus.
All good for Bubba?
Yeah.